Hello everyone, my name is Florence from 9A. Do you know that there was a notable astronomical phenomenon on the 6th of June? That was the transit of Venus. A transit of Venus occurs when Venus, the Sun, and the Earth align in a straight line, with Venus in between. During the transit, Venus will appear as a black spot above the surface of the Sun. It then slowly moves from one edge to another edge of the Sun. It takes more than 6 hours to complete the whole process. Above all, there's a very important safety warning. At any time, remember not to look at the Sun directly. Observing the Sun directly without appropriate protection can cause temporary or permanent blindness. Women use a solar viewer to observe the transit of Venus without a telescope. This can filter the strong sunlight, which is harmful to our eyes. If you have good eyesight, you will see the Venus as a tiny spot over the Sun's surface even without a telescope. If you want to observe more clearly, you may have to observe it using a telescope, with the solar filter installed. On the 6th of June, there was a large observation activity at the Avenue of Stars, and I was a helper for the event. Let's see how it went on that day. Today is the 6th of June. I'm in the Avenue of Stars in Zimsa and I'm being a volunteer to introduce the transit of Venus to the general public. I'm now setting up the telescope, and this is the solar filter to filter the ultraviolet light, which is harmful to our eyes. We can also use this projection box to project the image of the Sun here so that we can watch the transit of Venus here. And besides using a telescope, we can also use the solar viewer to watch the transit of Venus.
Today is very sunny. The people are lining up to watch the transit of Venus. It's very crowded here. You can see that the telescopes are pointing almost vertically to the sky. It's noontime. This is the projected image of the Venus over the Sun. Venus completely enters into the Sun's disk at 6:30. Around 9 o'clock, Venus almost reaches the midpoint on the transit path. At 12:30, Venus reaches the other edge of the Sun. Besides the Venus, you can also see some black spots on the surface of the Sun. These are the sunspots caused by intense magnetic activity on the Sun. The temperature of the sunspots is relatively lower than the other areas of the Sun. Believe it or not, each sunspot is much larger than the size of the Earth. It is now near to the end of the transit. You can see that the Venus is slowly moving away from the Sun. At 12:49, Venus completely leaves the Sun's disk and the transit ends.
In fact, this phenomenon does not occur every year because of the inclination of the orbit of Venus to that of the Earth. Transit of Venus is one of the rarest astronomical phenomena among the predictable ones. The transits come in pairs. Each pair has 2 transits separated by 8 years, while the interval between pairs is more than 100 years. The previous occurrence was in 2004, and the transit in this year is the last one in this century. The next occurrence after this will be in 2117. Therefore, I believe that was the last chance in our lifetime to observe such an event, and it's worth watching. Besides just watching the transit, it would be nice to take this opportunity to learn a bit more interesting science behind this phenomenon. Have you ever wondered how far the Sun is apart from the Earth? In the 17th and 18th centuries, astronomers started to calculate the Earth-Sun distance by observing the transits of Venus. Owing to difference in viewing angles, the positions of Venus as seen from different locations on the Earth at the same time are slightly displaced from each other. This is known as the parallax effect. Using simple trigonometry, Scientists are able to work out the Earth's sun distance to be around 150 million kilometers, which is also known as one astronomical unit. Since then, humans gradually appreciate the vastness of our universe. See, the scientists are really clever. I hope you enjoyed this video and be more interested in astronomy. See you later. Goodbye.